Hi, my name is Kate and I'm one of the co-writers of Spar. Anthony brought me into the process while he was still writing the short film. So I've been with it for about a year and a half, 2 years now. And the story was really dynamic. It was part of what drew me to it, and I was really excited to get started. And then a few months later, we connected again after he'd already gone through a few drafts of the pilot. And naturally, the story had gone through quite a few evolutions since the early days. And my main focus with any piece is in letting the characters kind of guide and shape the story themselves. And so I read through the script a ridiculous amount of times until I could kind of feel where the characters wanted to go and what else they wanted to explore. And so we meet Anthony as he's on this path of redemption for his mistakes, and he isn't the same man, but he's not quite the man he wants to be yet either, and the people around him are rooting for him, but they're also cautious to see if these changes are going to stick. And that kind of journey is always really fun to write because he's essentially in the ring with two opponents at the same time. He has everybody else and their perceptions of him, and he has himself and what he's trying to prove to himself. And everything he says and does ends up having this kind of dual intention, dual meaning in order to keep the fight going on all fronts. And when you have a character who's experiencing that much conflict, you need a balance or a counterweight. And that is in part where Isabel came from. A very determined, straight shooter fighter with a past of her own, and new to the left hook boxing gym, fresh in from Brighton. She has to prove that she belongs there, but that's something that she already inherently believes. And she doesn't really have any doubt that everyone else will eventually get on board with her on that. So her conflict centers more on running from her past. And because no one knows her in London, she doesn't have anything to live down yet. So you have Anthony, who admires how unconflicted Isabel appears to be, and Isabel, who sees Anthony as a warning of who she could become if people start to find out about her past. Which is not to mention Dwayne and Jason, the brothers who train at the gym and need their next season to go really well, but for very different reasons. And Barry, the owner of Left Hook, who's been around the block more than a few times. And as you can tell by the fact that I keep rambling on, I love these characters very much. And it's been a joy to work on this script with Anthony, and I hope that you will love them as much as we do.